All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join us here tonight on Coach Eli 2. Once again, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. And I have my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady already live on the show with me here via StreamYard. She's actually in my place in my bedroom, but she's here via StreamYard. And we have a special surprise for everyone here tonight, baby. Say hello, baby.
Hello, world.
Hey, how you doing, babe?
How are you doing?
Oh, doing very well. As you can tell, my lady's audio is of superb quality. I actually...
Oh, shit.
What? What happened? What happened?
Sorry about that.
What happened?
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, nothing bad went out. It's just that you hit the wrong button and disconnected yourself and you said, oh, shit.
Yes. Yeah, I went to move my phone and I hit the exit button. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay, baby. That's okay. I was just mentioning to the people out there that your audio sounds better than it has because earlier today we went down to Best Buy and I got my lady a nice headset and I got her a Belkin 3.5 millimeter jack adapter and charging unit all in one, so she can charge her phone and plug in the 3.5 millimeter headset microphone and have superb audio on these streams. How do you like that new headset, baby? Are you there? I cannot hear you at all. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. All right, folks, hang on a second here. I don't know what's going on. I think my lady got disconnected here, and we need to wait a second. I'm going to see if she pops back on the StreamYard. She's in the other room. So if I have to take a break here at the beginning of the show and go fix it, I'll do that. But the notification has gone out, and the back end of YouTube seems to be rolling smoothly. Oh, okay. So you're backstage. What's that noise? Can you hear me?
Yes, now that I'm in the room.
Yeah, what was that noise a second ago?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, the noise is gone. The technical difficulties are done. Let's get to the show. Let's get to the show. But how do you like your new headset, baby? How do you like it?
Oh, it's working great. It's working wonderful. Very comfortable. Great sound. I love it.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. JT Thundercock is in the house. You gotta love that name. No, you're not. I unblocked you, bro. I sent you a message. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, Darky and Elvin. Welcome back. Hey, just joined right when you started for a change. NCS Queen's in the house. Goose Gaming is here. Thank you to everyone for being here. I'm sorry, we had some technical difficulties right when we went live. My lady booted herself off the StreamYard, and I got her this new headset and adapter for her Android phone. But it's all good now, so let's get right to it. NCS Queen says hello at JT. JT, how did you come up with that name, bro? That's a pretty clever name there. Baby, let's get right to it because we're only going to be on for about an hour and a half tonight or so. I can hear you fine, but I can't hear her. Now I can hear you both. Yeah, no, she had some technical difficulties and it's been all situated. So let's get right to it. Like I said, because we're only going to be on for about an hour and a half or so. Baby, tonight, we decided to discuss living life as an alcoholic and overcoming it. One more time, my lady and I discuss living life as an alcoholic and overcoming it. Now, I'm going to let my lady do most of the talking tonight because she has an incredible amount of experience regarding this. And she's going to share some of her stories on this subject here and really clear up any questions that anyone has in the chat, right, baby, regarding alcoholism?
Yeah, I'll do the best that I can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if at any time, it gets a little bit too heated, let me know if you need to take a break and, we can step away for a few. If not, we'll take a break at about the 45-minute mark and then come back for another 30, 35 minutes or so. We'll be also answering your questions in the chat. Any questions you have regarding this topic or any other questions, regarding business and personal, life coaching needs, we'll be answering those questions as the show goes on. This guy was trolling a lady with this name, so I stole it. That's pretty clever, JT. NC is Queen says, I did overcome it. So NC is Queen, you were an alcoholic and you overcame it. If you want to share, some of your experiences in the chat, we'll get to it as the show goes on. But right now, baby, let's start off by talking about, your experiences. And then I also have some experiences. I had my run-in with alcohol at a younger age, and I overcame it. I was never an alcoholic, but I used to drink a lot more than I do now. And I'll share my experiences and how I handle alcohol at age 48 in my elder years here, or my older years. So, baby, when did you have your first run-in with alcohol? When did you have your first taste of alcohol? And what was that experience like?
I would say that was when I met my ex-husband. And I was in high school. He was 5 years older than I was at the time, and still is. And so yeah, we would go and where he worked, we would meet up with his coworkers and have drinks out there. And at first it was really like low key, like just wine coolers, nothing really big,
Okay. Yeah.
but that was the first taste. That was the gateway, as they would say.
So it was when you were under 21. I mean, most people hate to admit it, but most of us have had our first run-in with alcohol under the legal, drinking age of 21. So you were what, like 19 or so, around there, 18?
No, when I first met him, I was 17 when I first met him. And yeah, so it was between, yeah. Yep. So there was a little bit of there's an age gap there that my parents weren't very happy about at first. But
baby, you know what R. Kelly used to say, age ain't nothing but a number, right? Or was that Aaliyah before she passed away? Yeah.
I don't
Just
know,
kidding.
but please don't compare anything to R. Kelly, please.
It was actually by the late and great Aaliyah, who was actually in a romantic relationship with R. Kelly at a very inappropriate age. But go ahead. We're not here to discuss that tonight.
Yes. Now, getting me all off subject there. No, so it was very minor. Obviously, I was living at home. Nothing was happening every day. It was just, a fun Friday or Saturday night. And, once we got married and after I had both of my children, because I literally got married and I was pregnant with my first, and within three years I was having my second. So I wasn't partying, and this is where I think everything went wrong for me, and people might say this is an excuse or whatever, but I and these were the choices I made and I accept them.
Okay.
But because I had children so young, was married so young, I did not get to experience my 20s like a normal 20-year-old would.
Right.
I didn't do the bar hopping. I didn't do going out and partying with the girls. There was no spring break trips. There was none of that stuff that people in their 20s do. And that's not a millennial thing. That's not a Gen Z, Gen X thing. People in their 20s, that's when they go out and they have fun and just start to find themselves. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was already in a position where I was in a family, 2 children, and, husband, all of this. So we didn't do all of that. It wasn't until the kids got older that him and I both started to relax about the drinking and having it more. And we had
Okay.
a lot of friends.
Let's stop right there because I want to go a little deeper into each aspect so people really truly understand where you were at and how you were feeling. Now, when you had your first taste of alcohol at age 17, was it a cool experience? Were you excited? Did it taste good? Did it make you feel good? Like, how were you feeling at that point?
That's a great question, baby. I don't really know. I can't really remember. It was more of a I think I was just really happy I was getting away with it
Yeah.
because I was underage and we were going out to places.
Yeah.
And so it was that thrill of like, wow, nobody is even carding me. Nobody cares. So this is hella cool.
Yeah, and see that I had my first run in with alcohol probably at age 17, and as well, I was working at the movie theater, and I had a boss of mine that was a bit older. He was like 25 or 26, and we would all play poker, and he had some older friends, and they would buy the beer, and I will tell you honestly, I really didn't get the thrill of alcohol. Don't get me wrong. Nowadays I like a nice beer every now and then socially or a glass of wine. But like back then, I did it because of the peer pressure. I felt like if I didn't drink with these guys, like I wouldn't be cool. And at least from my perspective, you can let me know what you think, baby. To anyone out there, don't drink, at any age just because you think it's cool and it's a social thing to do with your friends and they're not going to accept you if you don't drink. If you want to have a social drink every now and then because you truly enjoy it and you can be responsible, no problem. But if you're doing it just to fit in or for peer pressure reasons, it's not worth it. What are your thoughts about that, babe?
Oh, absolutely. And that's what I want to get across is that, everybody can go out and have fun. They can drink socially, but it never needs to be anything about peer pressure. If you want to go out with your friends and just have water, iced tea, coffee, soda, whatever, that's your
Hmm.
prerogative. Nobody
Right.
should pressure you no matter what age you're at. Um, it should be your choice and don't fall into that. Now, I understand there are going to be times when things go on in your life. You may have a breakup, you may have a job loss or something, or you didn't get the job you were going to interview for, and your friends are like, "Hey, let's go out, let's drink." And, you know, that's not the same kind of peer pressure is what I'm talking about. The friends are now just
Yeah.
trying to motivate you, get you out and have a fun time, get your mind off the pain. Um, and that's different. But you don't have to
Mm.
be pressured into drinking every day. Um, keeping up with anybody else. If somebody says, "Oh, I could drink you under the table," say, "Alrighty, go for it." You don't have to fall into that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can understand having fun at times and saying things like that. But hearing that from an alcoholic, like if I hear an alcoholic say, I can drink you under the table, it kind of like makes me feel a little bit sad because, um, an alcoholic's supposed to be, working towards not being an alcoholic. And saying something like that is not encouraging an alcoholic to stop drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But and it shouldn't really matter if you can drink someone under the table or not. Like, why do people feel the need to say, "Hey, I can drink you under the table. Ooh, I'm better than you. I can I can drink more and not pass out as soon as you would, right?" But eventually, you're going to pass out regardless, right? I mean, that's the truth of the matter.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can we go over some of the chat there?
yeah,
With NC, yes, life as an alcoholic sucks. When you're in it, you think it's great. Absolutely. You're out there, it's the life of the party, but you don't realize how much pain you're causing everybody else in your life. Um, and the fact is people are out there, they're drinking, they're driving, they're getting into fights because they're intoxicated and aggravated. I watched a documentary just the other day that this perfectly innocent boy, and I say boy because he was like 23, he was a football player in Canada, and they were in a nightclub and somebody knocked into another guy, spilled his drink. Dude is dead. He shot like three other people too, just because he got his drink spilled. It's like, this is
wow,
ridiculous, people. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's a hard thing. And yeah, and see, I hated having to go out late at night to buy more alcohol. Well, see, that's the one thing I don't do. And I've even told Eli that, like, when I run out, I run out. I don't go out anymore. Um, Unfortunately, the world this day that we live in has made it so easy. You could just have alcohol delivered to you now.
Isn't
I
that
don't
ridiculous? DoorDash delivers alcohol, baby, right to your doorstep. God.
Right to your doorstep. I know.
Oh
It's
man.
like an
God.
alcoholic's Disneyland.
An
So,
alcoholic's
yeah,
dream, huh, baby? An alcoholic's dream, huh?
absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly what an alcoholic wants. You don't even have to leave the house. You just sit in your house and get wasted and have people bring it to you. That's better than going to the bar.
Yeah.
Um, let's see
Yeah.
what else do we have.
Baby, we should only be addressing the relative and pertinent comments there. But that's pretty much
Oh
everything we
yeah,
have
yeah,
so
no,
far.
and NC was pretty relevant because I could relate to that.
No,
I could
I
absolutely
understand.
relate. And that's one thing is like that's something I used to do is like if I did run out, I would go out to get more. And now it's just not even worth it. It's not worth
Yeah.
the risk. I can just be happy smoking a bowl of weed and going to bed that night and wait until the next day.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's continue here. So you explained your first experience with alcohol. That's typically where it starts for most alcoholics. In your situation, it didn't start until after your kids were a certain age, and you and your husband, um, were able to relax a little more because your kids weren't like toddlers or babies anymore. So leave off at that point there. So what happened at that point? What got you to really
Well,
start to drink regularly, and your husband?
what I want to make a very key point is that alcoholism is a hereditary disease, and it
Okay.
does run in the family. And I do have family members that have suffered as well. So, but to go back, like once we started, once the kids were older, when and like everybody out there knows, my ex-husband is a police officer. Not going to say the city, but we had a lot of cop friends. We'd all hang out and party and drink together. And it was a great way for them to decompress their jobs and the stress they go through. And us wives just fell into it.
Well, I got to read JT's message there, baby. And then we'll get back to your story there. I heard everything you said. JT says, I'd like to go out to bars to meet women. That was my only reason, pretty much. I just ain't about the drinking thing. Now weed, I can smoke that every day. Well, I think you and my woman would get along great hanging out as buddies, right? But yeah, I don't think bars, in my opinion, JT, unless you just want to, have some fun every now and then, which is, what you enjoy doing, at least for the time being. If you're looking to meet some quality women, Match.com or Hinge, maybe Bumble, get on some dating apps and, really get to know some women that are looking for something real. I've never, ever, ever dated any women that I met at bars in the past, in my younger days. I actually never even went on a date or hooked up with any women from bars. There were opportunities. It just wasn't my thing because I've always believed in relationships, and I've always, been attracted to women that are intelligent on top of being beautiful, and women that, carry themselves really well and have a big heart and soul. That's something that typically is not found at a bar, with women that are just, drunk all the time. Like, they call them, what do they call them? Barflies, baby.
Barflies, barflies.
Yeah. 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 But anyway, yeah, whatever floats your boat, JT. Sorry, whatever floats your boat, JT. Let's see. Darky says funny. Um, yeah, listen, Darky, I'm gonna ask you that I'm gonna delete I'm not gonna ban you, but I'm gonna give you one warning that if you mention that person's name one more time, I will ban you. Okay? I'm just letting you know. I will ban you. I'm not even gonna time you out. That's the second time you've done it. And we don't want that here. So that's your warning. Continue, babe.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Yeah, she's just
Where
trying to
was I?
promote. She's just trying to promote the guy, and that's just pathetic. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. So where was I in my story here?
So you were talking about,
So
your
now,
kids got to an age where you and your husband could hang out and just drink and relax. Why did you do it? What was it doing for the both of you?
well, like I was saying, it was that release at the end of his shift, because being a police officer, I don't care what you have to say and what you want to come back at me about. They have one of the hardest jobs out there. They see the most horrific things.
Right.
And it's really hard for them to get through and come home to their own families, and just it's overwhelming at times.
Mm-hmm.
So going out on, you know we would go to somebody's house on a Friday night and just, barbecue, go to the swim, like in the pool, all that stuff, and just let loose.
Okay.
And myself and one other wife in this group were nurses. So it was also a great release for us because we as well we had a lot of happiness, but we also had a lot of sadness in our career. So it was just a way for us all to kind of decompress
Okay, so
and just have fun.
how much like when you and your husband started drinking as your kids got older, like what age, at what age were what age were your kids when you and your husband said, okay, we can start drinking now and have a little fun, not have to worry about our kids. They're getting to an age where they can somewhat start taking care of themselves.
Alrighty, so we moved to the city where we purchased our house in 2003. That would have made my daughter 8 and my son 5. No, 6. No, 5.5 when we moved because it
So
was in June.
so your daughter was 8 years old, your son was 5.5, and what you're saying is that you and your husband
No,
said, "This is okay." Go ahead.
no, 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 no. Let me finish. This
Okay.
is when we moved to the town where we purchased our house.
Okay.
And we developed a lot of friends in our neighborhood. We our kids were friends with everybody out there. In fact, there were times my kids would just go out and play and I would have no idea like which house they were in, but they were in one of the neighbors' houses because all of the houses had open doors. It was
Hmm.
just a matter of like going out there and screaming their name and having them run out. You know,
Okay.
that's just how family oriented that neighborhood was. And as the kids got older and we were all doing block parties and 4th of July parties, that's when it started to get a little bit more. And I would say once the kids were in late, I would say my daughter, like 4th grade, my son, 2nd grade. That's when the school people also got integrated into our cop like world that we had in our little functions. So all of the parents of the children that our kids are playing with, we're all getting together. We're all decompressing our days because raising kids and working isn't hard, or it is hard. So we're
Okay.
trying to just whoosh. And then it did get out of control. There were times that literally I was sitting on the PTO board as the vice president with the president and everybody else, and we all had cocktails in our coffee cups. Like it got out of control.
Wow.
It got way out of control.
Okay.
We had to step back. And the horrible thing about living in a small town is that people start to spread rumors
Hmm.
and they will start to pick on one person once they see a little bit of weakness.
Right.
And when people got word that my ex-husband and I were having marital problems, oh, it was like it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, the gossip, everything. I couldn't even go to the grocery store and buy a bottle of Marsala wine to make chicken Marsala without somebody saying that I was going home to drink that.
So okay. So how much were you and your husband drinking at this point? I mean, if you had to be dead on honest, we're talking about how many beers, how many hard shots, like how much alcohol did the both of you have daily, and how did that affect the both of you from, running your household, doing your job as a nurse, him as a cop, taking care of your kids and other stuff. Tell us a little
You
bit
know
more,
what?
cause yeah.
Okay, so what happened other than just the getting together with all of the people? There was our home life, and there wasn't a lot of drinking at home. Um, while we were just there. Yes, I would get home after work, pour a glass of wine, sit down, or make dinner, and that was it. Maybe have another glass and go into the hot tub, and that was my night. Same with him. He'd have a couple beers, and that was it.
Hmm.
It wasn't
Yeah.
ever excessive just at home. It was just while we were having fun. It didn't become excessive until, for me, until the divorce.
Okay, so the divorce is the point. Let's hold off on that until after we come back on the from the break, because we're at 31 minutes. I want to delve deep a little into stuff happening during the marriage and stuff, because I know you had shared you had all these parties with the police department that your husband was with, maybe still is with to this day. Like, how were you feeling? Were you feeling like peer pressure? Did you feel like drinking was just a thing to do to be social? Then did you feel the need
Well,
to drink to be social, or what was making you do all this? Was it how were you feeling?
I didn't feel pressured. I would say maybe in my younger years I did, but
Hmm.
um as I've gotten, like, when I was in my 30s, no, it was never pressured. We were all just out. We did a lot of boating trips. We would go out on the lakes, and we'd get, like, just fill up the cooler. Even when I was out living in a northern region here, and, well, I could just say Sacramento region,
Yeah.
that's what we do. We go to the river. We would just pack up the cooler with some beer and just hang out on the river. And it wasn't all about just getting drunk. It was just having a good time,
You know
you
what
know?
JT says? JT says, baby, divorce will drive anyone to drink. Big round of applause for JT. Right, baby?
Yeah, especially divorcing a cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Elvin, is that question for me? Have you gone into AA? Yeah,
Yes,
I
that is
have
for
done
you.
AA.
Yeah.
Yes, I have done AA. I've
You
gone to
have?
meetings in the past. Yes.
I didn't even know that, baby. This is news to me. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I have been to AA several times. The problem I have with AA and meetings is all you do is sit there and talk about drinking, which when you're struggling with it makes you want to go out and drink. So that was my biggest problem with the AA meetings. I couldn't, and the only other one I did find a meditation one that was excellent because they didn't talk about, like, nobody was sharing stories. We literally just did meditation, and that was it. So that works great. But all these other ones, my gosh, you want to keep telling me all your stories of all the great margaritas and everything else and all this great time you had? Well,
Hmm.
now I want to go and have some margaritas and chips and salsa. Thanks a
Hmm.
lot. I'm
Hmm.
here to try to not think about alcohol, but y'all are talking about it. Damn it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's just my take on AA. I have a different opinion about rehab. Rehab, they handle it a lot differently. So rehab is absolutely a total option, but um, I don't know. It's just, what is that?
What is what?
Oh, I just got distracted by the chat.
No, no. I'm just moderating some stuff. Go ahead, baby. Keep going.
Yes, no, I'm so sorry. Rehab has always been an option. Um, I'm very open to stuff like that. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm a very claustrophobic person. And the thought of having to go somewhere for so many days and not leaving
Mm-hmm.
is very frightening to me. And not that the place is scary, but it's just I like my own independence. And so that's the one thing that's kept me from going to, inpatient, but I'm not opposed to outpatient.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So you're saying that at AA, they more so talk about things that make you want to drink more instead of, stop drinking. That's what you're saying.
Well, a lot of the times people are sharing their stories. They're sharing their experiences of what they were doing and why they are now there in AA, why the choices they've made have led them to this path. But the way it's done like, yeah, they talk, we all talk like we're friends and we're sharing stories. And it's like, yeah, no, me and so, we were out
Mm-hmm.
partying and it was a great time and blah, 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 blah. Um, and it's like, then you get to thinking about all those fun times you have with people and
Yeah.
it just distracts you.
Well, babe, let me read a comment here that JT put out here in your
I
defense.
just saw
It's
it.
pretty good one. Let me read this because this is really good, and I want to share my thoughts real quick, and then we'll get yours. What is it? JT says, "What is it that happened that made that's the name people have known my lady as behind the scenes, think she has a drinking problem? Maybe she isn't an alcoholic." Um, my lady has come out and has admitted she has an alcohol problem. Um, do I think that she's a belligerent drunk and just drinks like a fish every day? No, but she sometimes will drink more than she should. Um, she's the one that's owning it, I think, and you can answer this for yourself, babe. I think you're just trying to be true to yourself and say, hey, look, I know I'm drinking probably more than I should, but some days are better than others, and I've been through a lot, and it's just a way to, cure the blues for the moment, right? What are your thoughts, babe?
Yes, absolutely. I I will own all of my shit. And there are days that I drink way too much. There are days that I don't drink that much. Um, but the reason I feel I have a problem is because when I get anxious and I get upset, that's what I turn to. That's what I want. I just want to go have a drink, and that's what calms me down. So I think that stems my problem a little bit.
Okay, real quick, I want to just jump in here for a second. I want to make this very, very clear here because I'm really sick and tired of this. I'm not upset. I'm not going to focus too much time on it. Okay. And I'm sure, other things are happening right now and I really don't care. But anyone that mentions that other guy's name from that other channel, whether you're provoked to do so by him or anyone on his end, or not, will be banned immediately without warning. Just do not use that guy's name. I don't want any drama here. We're talking about a very serious subject. If you want drama, go to his channel. I'm sure he's showing this on his channel right now. I'm done with it. Please do not use my chat as a forum to talk about a guy that's playing all of you folks, that is intentionally triggering you folks, and just doing whatever he can to get it back and forth with you, and you folks keep giving him that. You give him that, you give his right-hand partner that. That's all they do. They go around from channel to channel to channel, and they instigate you folks, and they say things on purpose to trigger you on purpose to get the back and forth and create content out of you at your expense. Well, how about you guys stop talking about this guy? Stop talking about him. Can you guys stop talking about him? I mean, I am sick of hearing this guy's name. And if you want to say I'm triggered, maybe say that I'm triggered. I don't care. I'm just sick of hearing this guy's name. I'm sick of it. And babe, we're going to take a minute and just because listen, we want an audience here that has nothing to do with him or drama, right, baby? You tell me, are you sick of hearing this guy's name or what? You tell me.
Oh, I can't even listen. Like, his name makes me sick. His voice makes me sick. His face makes me sick. The mere thought of him makes me nauseous.
You want to go and talk shit about him? Go to his channel. You can see the same thing over there. You want to talk realistically here? This is a very serious topic about alcoholism. My lady has struggled with it. I love her, and she's coming out here sharing her truth. Most of you women out here and guys out here, hold on. Most of you women and guys out here wouldn't have the balls to come out here on YouTube and do what she's doing. And you're gonna disrespect her by talking about some 37-year-old weasel that has no life? Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, babe.
No, I want to answer JT's thing. So they have questions and like, have you ever blacked out? Well, are you asking recently or when I was younger? Because yeah, even though I said I didn't go out and party too much in my 20s, but yeah, there were times that my parents watched my children and I did go out. And yeah, I'm sure there were times I blacked out, just like everybody does when they drink. And do I need a drink first thing in the morning? No, I certainly don't. I have water next to my bed. And like I said yesterday, I drink a lot of vitamin water, lemonade, and regular normal water during the day. So that's all I'm saying. Like, if it gets to a certain hour and I'm having a meal, I'll say, yeah, let me have a beer with that meal. But it's not breakfast, it's probably like at 3:30 or 4 when I'm getting ready to, just have something to eat. So
yeah, see, baby, you've told me that you like the taste of beer. And you don't even drink a lot. You have a few sips sometimes when you wake up. Now, I don't feel the need to have a beer first thing in the morning. I have coffee. And if I have a beer occasionally, it'll be at night, maybe an hour or two before bed when I'm not driving and just, relaxing. But let me read what JT, put in the chat, because JT's a nurse, just like you were a nurse at one point. And so JT says, I have dealt with alcoholics before. I knew a guy, he needed a drink first thing in the morning. He had the shaky hands and such. It was just terrible to see someone go through that. And my lady has never had the shaky hands like that. Furthermore, JT says, babe, go ahead.
I only get shaky hands when I drink too many Monsters. That's when I get jittery. It's when I have too much of that.
Yeah. And JT furthermore says, babe, I was wondering if your lady, he knows her as D, had any experiences like that, or what was it that happened that caused her to think she has an issue? Not that it is anyone's business. I just haven't heard anything too bad. Well, here's the thing. Like, there are people that are, severe belligerent drunks. My lady is a strong woman, and, she can tolerate her alcohol, and she doesn't drink as much as I thought she did. And I've been spending a lot more time with her, on the weekends now that we've been spending weekends together, since, she lost her job several months ago. And And yeah, I mean, you handle your alcohol pretty well. Do I honestly think you still drink a little more than you should? Yeah, but it's not as excessive as, you know, most other people that are classified alcoholics. So I think that's why JT is saying, are you really even considered an alcoholic? Right? Do you understand what he's saying, babe? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I absolutely do. I absolutely understand. But if if I were to walk into a doctor's office and they were to say, "How many drinks do you have a week?" and I were to say, "I have 2 to 3 beers a day,
Hmm.
you know, all week," they would classify me as having a problem medically.
Yeah.
So, that's why I own my shit. Um, you know, I know I really know the risks. I know the devastation this brings not only to yourself, but your family, your friends. And that's what really woke me up and brought me to another level where I said, you know what? Alrighty, guys, I hear you. I don't need to quit, but I will definitely cut it back because it did get a little out of control during certain traumatic episodes in my life. But once I was able to get past that, I'm able to scale it back and
Yeah.
handle it appropriately.
Yeah, baby, real quick. I've got to say, well, I'll wait. We're gonna take a break here in a few minutes, but real quick, I want to read what Scotty wrote. And Scotty, if you can do me a favor, are you on Facebook Messenger? If you are, I'd love to connect with you, and we can do some shows together. Maybe you and I, and then we can bring my lady on at some point if you're open to that. And if we're gonna do shows together, I can talk with you privately. I don't want to talk about any drama people, any of these people at all. I think you are a phenomenal podcaster, and I think you have a lot of talent outside of drama sphere panels. I'm really looking to connect more with people that want to talk about everyday life topics, such as what my lady and I have been doing out here lately. So if you're interested in that, look me up, Elias Dimitri Melas, and send me a messenger request. And then make sure you send me a voice message so I can hear your voice and I know it's you. That's why I use Messenger now, because you can verify people. Um, JT, I'm sorry. For some reason, Nightbot uh, timed you out. You wrote, well, I know medically what they say, but we really don't think that because most nurses I know drink more than that. Laughing my ass off. Well, yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you because they work long hours and you work long hours and you deal with a lot of trauma. And sometimes it kind of, it eases the tension, right? Um, but, uh, but yeah, Scotty wrote, baby, yeah, I know a woman who drank from the time she woke up until she passed out at night. She would shake bad if she didn't have it. Has that ever happened to you, baby? Have you ever gotten the shakes from drinking?
No, not
Well, then,
once.
baby, then probably even JT, who's a nurse, probably in his professional opinion, wouldn't classify you as an alcoholic, even though I know
Well,
you say you are.
and like my previous doctor said, that's why she didn't feel I needed to go into an inpatient rehab is because when I don't drink, I don't get the shakes. I don't withdraw. Um, I want to answer some before before we go off.
On the break?
I want to say,
Yeah.
yeah, um, the yes, blacking out when you're drinking is a little much. Yes, of course. And yes, not everybody does. But, I am not going to be ashamed. I know many people that have blacked out because they drank too much and they made a mistake one
Wow.
night, but they learned from that. So the judging is not, it's not cool. Do you drink alcohol every day? Yes, I do. I like to enjoy my hazy IPAs in the late afternoon and the evening, while I'm having my dinner and watching TV, and then I go to bed.
It is good beer. I have tried her beer, and I have to say she does have good taste in beer for a chick, right, baby? I'm just kidding. For a human
Yeah.
being,
Well,
baby.
now, sweetheart, I'm just, we had this discussion this afternoon at the restaurant. Like, my top shelf is not what you would consider top shelf. I'm gonna
Right,
start talking
right.
like Dion, go twop twop. I'm gonna bring out my New York accent.
Okay. Well, you were born there, but you were only there until you were 3, right?
Yeah, but still, even when I talk to my mother and my aunt, it comes out. It's a
Huh.
weird thing. It's just a natural thing.
Okay. Go ahead, babe. What were you going to say? You had some things to say
Oh,
before we go to break?
um, did drinking so excessive affect your job? Um, no. And I don't know what job you're talking about, if you're talking about the last job or my nursing job, but no. And in fact, my last job was in the alcohol industry. So no, it did not affect that because I had to be on my game all the time. Um,
Go ahead.
what?
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, baby. I was kind of laughing.
Oh,
I was laughing at what Scotty was. I heard what you said. Not trying to interrupt, but uh, I was laughing at what Scotty said about JT, and I was just thinking about what you were telling me earlier when we were doing something that we really can't talk about on YouTube because it would
yeah,
probably
yeah.
it would probably get us shut down. But go ahead, baby. I just was Scotty was saying JT, you're making me blush. Is that what it was? Yeah, quit making me blush, JT. Oh, I can hear JT going oh with his JT voice oh out there in Texas, right, brother? Go
So,
ahead. Go ahead.
so a lot of patients are worried about those questions. I know what Dee is talking about. I disagree with these questions, though. What questions, JT? The questions that they're asking myself about the drinking or what? I'm just a little confused.
Scotty says, "Oh, Scotty, sorry. For some reason, Nightbot timed you out. I don't know why. I drink margaritas with a little extra tequila. I don't like beer very much personally. She didn't use any block words or anything. I don't get it. What Nightbot? What? What?
Nightbots can sometimes be a little bit of a bitch.
He's a little feisty at times. JT says, sounds like
Yeah.
she liked to drink a little. No big deal. Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, do I? The question would be posed to me. Probably. Do I feel my lady's an alcoholic? Um, if I had to say one side more so than another, I'd say yeah, she is an alcoholic. But and Elvin, we're going to answer your question here. Sorry about that. We missed your last one. But I think there are different levels. I think there are excessive alcoholics and just borderline, alcoholics that are barely alcoholics. I think my lady is at the most, chill level of an alcoholic. And, she's
Do you know
actually,
what we call those? Do you know
what do
what
we
we
call
call
those?
those?
What do we call those, baby?
Functional
Fu-
alcoholics.
functional alcoholics. So that's kind of like a high functioning autistic person, right? Same thing, a high functioning alcoholic, right?
Yeah, you just seriously compared me to that. That's funny.
NEX, I know that you are from the other side, so we're not going to answer any of your questions. I know exactly who you
Oh,
are
wait.
because I caught the
What was your
replay of some.
question?
Well, I mean, you can answer it, but um, I appreciate your honesty. Have you ever had a DUI? We've already talked about that many
Oh
times
yeah.
in the
Yes, I
past.
have.
Yeah. Yep. She has.
Yeah, I have. And I own my shit. That's the thing y'all don't understand. The reason we're doing this show is because there are a lot of people out there on YouTube right now that are rebroadcasting, that are talking shit, that are trying to make fun of me.
Yeah.
But what are they doing? They're sitting there with their fucking drink in their hand doing it. They're a
Yeah.
bunch
You
of
know what?
hypocrites.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You know what, babe?
at least I'm big enough to come out here on this stage and say, yes, I have gotten a DUI. And yes, I do have a problem.
Uh huh.
So, until these men who want to
Mm-hmm.
come at me and keep talking shit, if they want to own their own shit, like I'm not going to be a part of their lives. Like, bye. Bye.
Um. Yeah. And you know what, baby? I'm gonna read one more comment here from Elvin, and then
I
we're gonna
love you,
take our
NC.
break. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
me too. And when we get back from break, I'm going to share my thoughts regarding the pizza. A bunch of people have talked smack about you, but they have no place to talk. And we're going to wait until after the break to get to that. But Elvin says, I'm concerned about how you compliment and talk about her good taste. Talk about her taste in beer is not great for recovery. She's not an
I'm not
extreme.
looking for I'm not looking for recovery.
Yeah,
I'm not.
she's
That's
actually
not what we're talking
she
about here.
yeah, she actually has it under control. There are just some days she'll drink a little more than other days based on how she's feeling. Um, it's kind of hard to explain, but you know, um, she's done many shows here, and if you can't tell her tonight, let me mention this. Like baby, I gotta say that new headset that we got for you today for your phone. When you go back and hear parts of the replay, you sound amazing. You sound it's the professional sounding microphone, and
Thank you.
you folks can hear. Um, you folks can totally hear the difference in her voice compared to just using the built-in microphone of your smartphone, folks. Whenever you use built-in microphones on computers and smartphones, you have crappy sound. It doesn't represent you. Get a wired, microphone. Get the adapters for your smartphones to get on the StreamYard with. Use a wired microphone. Don't use anything wireless. Get a wired microphone and don't use anything built-in or wireless. Um, Real quick, baby. Where was that other one? Dirty deeds. Eli, do you worry about your girlfriend getting mad at you and she's been, or you mean when she's been drinking, not and she's been drinking? No, I don't. And, we have our moments, but dude, she's a woman. She's going to react to everything emotionally all day, every day, whether it involves me or not. And she has a lot of things she's dealing with. She has her family, her kids. And as a guy, you're going to inherit that from a woman. So the alcohol, actually, if to be honest with you, the time she's had a little alcohol actually make her more chill. Like that's the interesting thing about it. I'm not trying to say it's the right thing, but baby, doesn't that make sense though?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there are a lot of other things that people don't know that are going on in my life, your life. I'm not going to be specific about this. And I know you and I talked, I didn't want to say anything, but right now I'm I'm very much concerned about my family because they have been evacuated out of their home due to fires in the state of
Yeah,
California.
yeah,
And it's a very scary feeling. Um, these are my parents. They're in their late 60s. And to just think, I mean, yes, they have insurance, they have money, they'll be fine. But just to think of all the hard work and memories that they built into that home could be
Right.
destroyed is just very overwhelming. And so sometimes, yeah, I'll take a drink until I know that they're safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep our thoughts and prayers for everyone in the area of the fires, including your family, baby. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm praying. I'm just hoping, and they had zero containment last time we checked. So
Zero
hopefully,
containment.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully, the firemen, Cal Fire, is building some fire lines and saving, homes. There've been about 10 homes 10 structures that have gone down, and a few others have been damaged. So there hasn't been really any major damage yet, but it's right
And the
around the
fact
corner.
is,
So
yeah, the fact is we don't know if one of those 20 were one of ours, you know? We have no idea yet. We won't know until they lift the evacuation and contain the
yeah,
fire to go back and
yeah,
see what is left.
yeah. You know what, baby? Look at this here. And this makes me believe it's not the real Elvin. Elvin, I'm so unimpressed with this alcoholism and enabling addiction stream. Who says we're enabling alcoholism and addiction? And Elvin, you're not going to
We're
trigger
not
us.
enabling it.
Hold on, baby.
Yes.
But before you jump in, let me finish saying this, okay? You're not going to trigger us whether you're the real Elvin or not. And I think you're here on behalf of the other side, trying to say whatever it takes to trigger us. People die and destroy their families because of this. We're not saying that alcoholism is good. We're sharing my lady's experiences and sharing that there are different levels of alcoholism. Okay, some
And
people
how,
are,
yeah, and how I've
yeah,
gotten through them.
yeah. So I
You
mean, Elvin,
know,
go ahead, baby, go ahead.
no, it's just ignorance right now
Yeah,
because we are not condoning alcoholism. I'm trying to educate people on, when it's happened. And yes, you may say the beer I taste is actually good. You're not promoting it. You're not enabling me. You're not doing anything, you
does
know?
my lady sound drunk tonight with this new microphone? You can hear her actual voice, new headset microphone, and she's had a few drinks. I took her out to dinner earlier. She had a few drinks and a beer. Does she sound drunk? No. I mean, she's very coherent and sounds good. So
Thank you,
nobody's
JT.
enabling.
Thank
Yeah.
you, JT.
JT, sorry. For some reason, Nightbot timed you out, but I'll read your message. Drinking is only a problem if it affects your life in a negative way. You don't really know D, which is my lady's stage name, in real life. None of us do. So you can't say what is happening with her life. None of us can. Well, this is the real her. And at some point, she will come out publicly and people will know, who she is. But yeah, I mean, everyone's entitled. I'm hearing some feedback. Is your speaker really loud, baby? Is it really loud in your ears?
No, no,
I don't know why I'm hearing some feedback right now. Hang on, let me
no,
remove you from
no
StreamYard and
say.
put you back in. Hold on.
Now,
All right, are you there?
yeah.
Okay, it's better now. Okay, yeah, I was hearing myself feeding back in for a second, but I think we're good now. Um, no, I'm hearing the feedback again, baby. Do me a favor. Can you? There's that little switch on the side of your headset. Can you lower the volume on your headset just a little bit?
Oh, God, you're going to make me find my glasses and put them on? Okay,
Well,
hold on. Got to use my eyeballs, guys.
yeah, I think it's feeding a little bit back in. I don't hear it
How's that?
now. It sounds better. All right, we're good.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Elvin, you're entitled to yours. Um, you know, that's fine. Um, Yeah, let's just move on. It's her opinion. I mean, I'm not upset. You're not upset. It's the court of public opinion. But yeah, everyone, most of everyone has had a run-in with alcohol, whether they do it often or occasionally. So I don't know. Maybe you can share with us your drinking habits if you
Oh,
have any
just a
of them, if
little.
you'd like.
Uh-huh. Just a little. Mhm.
Uh huh. What's the just a little?
Oh, cuz
HNHB.
you asked if I sounded drunk, and Katie said no, and this one says just a little.
I don't think you sound drunk at all.
Well, it's
And
only because you told them I had 2 drinks and a beer that now they're just gonna feed into it because they're stupid.
uh yeah, we oh man.
Maturity at its best.
Yeah. Um yeah, no. Also my lady has asthma, and also she has severe allergies like I do. So, a lot of times there's mucus that needs to be cleared out, and it can affect your voice. So take all that into consideration. Do I ever sound drunk? People are going to say, "Oh, you always sound drunk, Eli. You sound, even though you don't drink, you sound drunk, right?" Anyway, Scotty says, "Hope you hear something positive about your family soon."
Thank
And
you.
hey, Dirty Deeds, hope you're doing good. Okay, yeah, baby, let's take a break. Let's take a break and then come back for another 30 minutes or so. Um, oh yeah. So yeah, Dion just got back to me, babe. Just so you know,
Okay.
and he'll be back soon. Dion and JT are a few of the people, and Scotty, a few of the people that I met through the, so to speak, Dramasphere group. These people, really don't want to be a part of drama. They want to create some real content. So Dion's one that's going to be welcome back. We're selectively bringing some people back that are not going to try to draw us back into that, stupid, fake instigated drama vortex. But anyway, baby, great first part of the show. We are at 1 hour and 7 minutes. Let's take a break for about 8 or 9 minutes and come back for another 30 minutes or so. And then we can get to bed a little earlier than last night. But wow, I'm just really impressed by what you're saying tonight, babe. And I love how your voice sounds like through that headset. So thank you for that, baby. I'll come get you in a second, all right?
No problem, baby.
All right, babe. Backstage you go. All right. I actually did put my lady backstage tonight, so there'll be no feedback on the break. So music is all queued up. We're going to step away for an 8 or 9 minute break. And when we return, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts about some other people that criticized my lady for being an alcoholic and a drunk when they themselves have even a far worse alcohol problem. And if I had to prove it, I could prove it. I have receipts. So stick around after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Yeah. Whew, I feel great tonight. Hope you feel great tonight as well. Yeah. Feel it with me. Hear the organ play, baby. Remember the organ, JT? What a great instrument. Yeah. All right. Let's just scratch it and get right back down to business. We don't have a whole lot of time tonight because my lady and I have a big day planned tomorrow. We want to get to bed at a reasonable hour. Yesterday was just a crazy day. Did a couple of shows. I actually did 3 shows. If I remember correctly, it's just been a long past few weeks creating content on both of my channels. Go check out both shows yesterday. They were really, really good. The one in the morning is going to explain a lot about what's been going on. A lot of people have been confused regarding, how many people come to my channel and what's been happening with my channel and just a bunch of stuff, regarding members only packages and stuff like that. I'm not going to really get into it here, but there's a lot of content I put out yesterday on this channel. Check out the previous 2 streams here on this channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas yet, Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes, or just go to youtube.com/Life Coach Eli. I explained on that Walking with Purpose stream on my main channel, the latest piece of content on my lame channel. That was in the 40 slip. My main channel is not lame, but that's going to, give people a good laugh, right? Check that out. And it's a lot of content, but it'll get you up to date. And to you folks out there that are looking to create real content and you're being distracted or disrupted by crazy drama, folks, again, check out those streams and you'll understand. Listen to them in their entirety, and you will clearly understand what is going on. Now, I'm going to bring my lady back on right now. Babe, are you there?
I'm here.
Babe, your voice sounds so sexy with that new mic. I love you too, baby. I got the Shure SM7B here, a professional broadcast microphone, and you've got a nice, beautiful Turtle Beach headset. It's lime green. You chose the color,
like the Hulk.
It has some nice, earphones, padded very well because these shows go long sometimes, and you've got this nice boom, or not boom, headset microphone with a nice piece of foam, so it prevents the plosives from screwing up the audio. So yeah, it sounds good. I'm really happy. But anyway, enough of the technical jargon here, baby. Let me first start off the second half of the show here before we get back to it. In the meantime, folks, feel free to get any questions, comments, or concerns in the chat, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. So let me just start off by saying this. I am not a spiteful and vindictive person, and I'm not the type of person that feels the need to put out crazy content on people to get traction, right? But a lot of people, that's not the real Steve Hoka. And I know who that is. Dude, nice try, man. Nice try, dude. Steve Hoka hasn't been around forever. And Steve Hoka is a guy that used to be a part of the MGTOW community like 5 years ago. And I know exactly who created that sock account. Dude. God. Anyway, like I said, a lot of people will put out just any kind of crazy content on someone to entertain their audience, to get views, etc., yada, yada, yada. I don't feel the need to do that. But a lot of these people, have come at my lady or have come at other people and talked so much trash about these people. And they'll play clips that are years old. Like for me, they play Coach Eli's greatest hits. For other people, they clip other, segments out, right? They call people drunks. They call people drug addicts. They call people this and that, right? But they never talk about what they've done, right? And some of these people, or many of these people that call us out, have done some pretty unorthodox things that can be proven. But I don't feel the need to do that. I have so much deleted footage of people getting drunk out here on YouTube. People calling my lady drunk and other people drunks, right? And saying, you're a crazy alcoholic, whatever. Why don't you folks, fess up to what you've done? Why don't you talk about what you've done, right? Okay. Again, I'm not the kind of person that is going to stoop down to the level of digging up this older deleted content and showing the stupidity of what some of these people have done. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say, babe. And, I've actually, I've shown you some of this content behind the scenes. And again, I'm not going to put it publicly. I'm not that kind of person. I don't feel the need to do that. But yeah, baby, like, what are your thoughts regarding this?
Oh, yeah. It's basically, taking a long, hard look in the mirror. A lot of people that project and want to uh, make fun of or bully or call people out, it's just a projection because they're insecure because they're doing the same thing and they're feeling sorry for themselves. And the problem is that we all need to come together and help each other. And I know you got rid of that comment, but yes, no, it's about not about complete recovery. It's about how to get through the hardest times of alcoholism and still get through life. And that's my purpose of this show, is to share the worst moments and where alcohol brought me, and then how I was able to rise above and still realize that I could still have a drink from time to time and it's not going to get that bad again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely understand. You're not saying that, you stopped drinking or you're going to stop completely drinking, but you've gotten it further under control than initially, how it was.
Exactly. You know, um, and okay, so I want to say sorry if I came off a little aggressive. Yes, it might have been my asthma because right before the break, I did have a slight asthma attack
Yeah.
and needed to use my inhaler. So that might be why you were hearing some kind of slurring or some kind of,
Mhm.
difficulty in getting my words out. It's because I was on camera, or not on camera, but on here, and I wanted to get through into the break before I started having that attack.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me mention something here, without mentioning names. I mean, I'm sure, I want this dude to know I'm talking about him, and I'm going to try to say this respectfully. To the guy that's rebroadcasting me on the other side. I'm sure you are. I haven't checked. I don't care. Right. But I'll skim through some of your stuff, sir, every now and then, just to kind of see, where you're at, what your game plan is, how much longer you're going to do certain things. And, sir, you mentioned today that your back is killing you, right? Sir, you're 37 years old, and I'm saying this respectfully. I know you don't care what I say, and I know you're just trying to entertain your audience, and you're trying to, build up the cringe factor here. I understand what you're doing, but this is what I've said to this same creator for the last 5 years. He drinks a lot, and I'm not trying to disrespect him. He has like a bunch of frappuccinos in the morning, highly caloric. He drinks alcohol when he does these shows. And he sits around on YouTube all day doing live streams, sitting on a chair, not getting any exercise, not moving around. And that's why, sir, with no disrespect, I want you to take better care of yourself so you can live a longer life. But you're 37 years old and you have back issues. I'm 48 years old. I don't have back issues. The only thing that happened to me is I herniated a disc and I had a pinched nerve, and it's pretty much recovered. It's lingering a little bit, but I've been to my doctors in the past and I've taken care of that. But at 37 years old, to have serious back problems, baby, that's not a good thing, right? I mean, and how can you come at other people, dude, and criticize other people for these things when you yourself are dealing with some medical things yourself? Come on, man. Seriously. Baby, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, and like you and I discussed earlier, I don't know his history. I don't know what he's been through in life. He could have been in an accident. He could have had a pre-existing injury. But based on what he puts out there, the amount of frappuccinos and the amount of alcohol that I've personally seen him consume, um, I believe he probably has pain due to like his kidneys are like starving for water. They're starving to be cleansed. And when you get lower back pain, I don't know, he didn't say where his back pain is. This is me just giving my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's lower back pain, it could very much be his kidneys screaming
Mm-hmm.
for some water and attention. Um, like I've told you in the past, caffeine is one of the most dehydrating things next to alcohol. And when you put both of those together, like you need to counteract that with water. Your cells dry up and then you become so dehydrated and
Mm-hmm.
your kidneys hurt because they're unable to process what they need to
Right.
process.
Right. Right. No, that's true. And here's the thing, sir. Despite our differences, and I understand why you have to do what you have to do, okay? But despite our differences, I don't wish any harm upon you, and I don't want you to become another statistic like, someone, did earlier this past week, ODN. ODN, I believe, was 34 years old, I believe. He was 33 or 34, and you're 37, sir. And yeah, it's just it saddens me. And you could sit here and call me every name in the book and make memes on me and call me, traffic cone or whatever. I really don't give a shit because those are only words. What I care about is everyone's health, right? And right now, things are starting to hit you because what myself and many other people have been trying to help you with for the last several years, you didn't listen, and look what's happening, right? And unless you start taking better care of yourself, dude, and I'm not attacking you, I'm just saying I want you to be around. Dude, unless you start taking better care of yourself, it's going to get worse. When you hit your 40s, trust me on that. So, Scotty says, yes, it is very bad for you. Water is the way to go. Um, Dirty Deeds, I don't know, maybe you're trolling. I really don't know, but you're saying your girlfriend's drinking brought her to you, Eli. That's a good thing. No, her drinking is not what brought her to me. Okay. I met her from Match.com, and we just hit it off. We have a similar personality. I mean, she didn't put on Match.com, I'm an alcoholic and I'm looking for someone that can help me recover. Come on, dude. I think you're trolling, bro. So I'm just going to let you go. Elvin says nobody's getting DUIs and losing their life or beating kids over a frappuccino. Please get real. Focus on your own issues. Elvin, have yourself a great night. I don't think you're the real Elvin.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. And if you are, quite frankly, listen, no one here is talking badly about anyone. All we're here to do is share our stories and help people. And despite our differences with other people on and off this platform, we don't wish harm upon anyone. But like I've always said, and baby, you can share with me your thoughts on this as well. And I'm saying this as respectfully as possible. Karma has no deadline. And karma always comes back to bite you in the ass. And all these things I've been saying for years, even to this guy that rebroadcasts me, which is fine, sir. All you've told me, sir, is to shove it up my ass, right? Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Now karma is starting to shove it up yours, right? Not about me. This is about your body, sir. This is about your back, which is a huge, important part of you functioning, sir. You need to take that seriously despite what you think about me, right?
Okay, and I'm sorry, Elvin, whatever. You're not listening to what we're saying. I'm not saying the Frappuccinos. I know. I'm just putting it out there. The Frappuccinos are not causing DUIs or anything else like that. What I'm saying is that the combination.
All right. We should be back live. I just want to make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. I had to dump things off to the delay. Some things were said that didn't need to go out to YouTube, and that's why, we have the 1 minute delay. So my apologies for that, folks. Just give it one more second here. I want to just make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Live stream offline. Give me a second here. It should be popping back on any second here. Just a second there, babe. Babe, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. So I'm just going to wait for it to pop back on. And
it's on my end here.
Okay. It says live stream offline on my end. It's back up on your end. Here we go.
Yep. And it says we'll be.
That everything is rolling smoothly. I had to.
There you go.
Yeah, it's back. It's back. Yeah. No, I was watching on my phone because there's a delay before it gets out to YouTube. So I just wanted to make sure it's back. It is back now. Okay. So yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, AJ. Sorry about that. It wasn't your phone. I have a 1 minute delay. So that way, if either one of us say something that we want to take back, we can use the magic of dumping the delay. We're very sophisticated here. But here's the thing, Elvin, and I think if you're the real Elvin, or maybe you're trolling, it's been really ridiculous. My comments were removed. No, your comments, there are comments, if you're talking about on my channel, I had everything held for review on some of my streams yesterday, and you're not banned or anything. Obviously, you're here, but certain comments I just don't want out there. I don't want to antagonize people from other groups and stuff. I want to keep things as positive as possible. But I just want to acknowledge that I've been getting your comments. I did put one of them out, AJ. So thank you for that. Yeah, this dude is trolling here on multiple Steve Hoka accounts. Digging into the archives of those soccer accounts, aren't you? Come on, you don't think I know who you are? Just get over yourself, all right? So here's the thing, and I say this respectfully, okay? If you are going to have, let's say, 3 or 4 large frappuccinos to start off your day, that's 3,000 to 4,000 calories right there. Then you eat your meal. That's another 1,000 or so calories, like 5,000 calories. Then you drink beer and other alcoholic drinks. I'd say at least another 1,000 calories, right? In addition to the effect on your liver and dehydrating you, etc., right? Okay, so if you're on YouTube all day, every day, and you don't get any exercise, you're sitting on a chair on live streams from one live stream to another, whether it's your channel or going on other people's channels, and you've taken in about 6,000 calories, your body's going to burn around 2,000 on its own doing nothing. So in essence, you are overeating or over consuming by 4,000 calories, and you're gaining weight, right? And I'm not criticizing the weight gain. When you gain weight as a man, it goes in your midsection. And what happens? As that gut gets bigger, it puts more pressure on your back, right? And that's where the issues start to happen. And that's all we're saying. We're not trying to compare, an alcoholic to someone that is sedentary in their lifestyle. Okay. And I'm being nice saying sedentary, right? But that's what causes these issues. And quite frankly, besides, the asthma and stuff like that, my lady's a very healthy lady. When I first got with you, baby, and, you had some instances where you passed out and stuff, and we realized it was due to dehydration. When the ambulance came a few times, they took your vitals and you were healthy. Your vitals are good. They're perfect. And I'm looking at the paramedics and I'm like, are you sure? And then I'm thinking to myself, I love this woman, but there's something wrong, but they're saying there's nothing wrong. And baby, there really wasn't anything wrong. You were dehydrated.
Yep. And it was a lot. I wasn't drinking a lot of coffee back then, but I was drinking the alcohol and the energy drinks, and I wasn't drinking as much water as I needed. And I don't know if you remember in the beginning, I used to chug water when I was around you, like nobody's business. And that's why every 25 minutes we have to stop while we're driving. Because I had to potty because I was pounding so much water.
Right. Absolutely. So, here's the thing. I think what we need to do, not only out here within the YouTube community, but throughout all social media communities, we need to stop attacking other people and start helping each other get healthier. Because the truth of the matter is and I'm not trying to criticize even the millennials, but the millennials are the unhealthiest generation in history. They're the fattest generation in history. And I'll tell you, I've never seen more men and women out of shape than the millennial generation. Now, there are some millennials, I'd say about maybe 25% of them or 30% of them that take fitness seriously, but the majority are out of shape and overweight and don't care. And I used to see these millennial women when I was single on dating apps, right? And they would focus on, showing you their big, huge booty, right? And then they would take the side angle shots and show you their big boobies, right? And then they're covering up their big midsection and thunder thighs, right? Right? And a lot of these women think, okay, guys like thick women or big women, right? And yes, some guys do, don't get me wrong. But is that healthy? Is being 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds overweight healthy? What?
Opinions in my head.
Yeah, AJ, I do not want those comments in the chat. I don't want those words in the chat. This is a channel that's about to get monetized, and I cannot have that. I understand. I know who these people are, and I understand your frustration. And my best advice to you, AJ, if you're real here and you're not trolling on his behalf, is to just ignore him. Why can't you folks just ignore these people? Okay. Yeah, my super troll is here tonight, baby. Trying to trigger me with old stuff that nobody cares about anymore. It's all good. Keep coming back in here and giving us the views and the watch time. It's all good. It's all good. Go ahead, baby. What were you going to say?
I just had opinions about that. I think what is going on in today's world with women is that we are realizing that we can be completely comfortable with who we are in our own skin, and
Hmm.
whether we are super skinny or a little bit overweight or massively overweight, we need
Hmm.
to self-love ourselves because there's no other way to get better. And I think
Hmm.
that's what's happening, is that we are all having acceptance of who we are.
Right.
And, there are some girls that are just a little bit more curvy than others. Um, and you know what? It has a lot to do with how we raised our children. My daughter played soccer for 13 years, so she cannot help but to have thighs and a butt from that because she was athletic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so that's what I'm saying, is like we've encouraged these girls to be completely okay with who they are, how they look, to feel great with who they are.
Yeah.
And that's not a women's empower over men shit. It's just we're trying to say, ladies, we are beautiful in every shape and size.
Correct.
Accept yourself. I
Hmm.
mean, if it's a health issue, let's work on it.
Right.
Get out there. We'll all walk together, whatever we got to do. But seriously, just love yourself for who you are.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, baby. Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. AJ, I completely understand what you're writing in the chat. And again, I don't want to say too much about anything because I've already shared my opinions. And if you folks want to hear my opinions and what I know to be going on, go check out my two streams on this channel here from yesterday, especially the first one yesterday. So once this goes to a replay. Hang on, baby. Once this goes through a replay, not the previous stream, the previous one before that, it's about an hour long. And so, yeah, I understand your frustration, AJ, and everyone else with one particular content creator. But just understand, the more you feed into him and the more you keep talking about him and coming here and getting me to respond to it, even in a roundabout way, that's their content. That we give them, in essence, we give them what they want. These people create content out of you just getting out of bed in the morning and taking a leak, right? Or making coffee. Oh, Eli's making coffee right now. Eli's taking a leak right now. Oh, Eli's dumping right now. Oh, where in the world is Eli right now? Eli this, Eli that. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's how it is. So if you want to starve these people out, just stop talking about them, right? And it's hard to do so because you feel like you were abused. But the truth of the matter is, it's just a game. All it is entertainment. That's all it is, right? Let's see here. Good evening, Eli, says Lewis Fuller. I just gave you a big like. Thank you, Lewis. A big like. 15 likes. Go ahead, babe. Say hi to
Welcome,
Lewis.
welcome, 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 Lewis.
Yeah, welcome, Lewis. And JT says, let's be honest, guys. That like bagels like them because they remind them of of that word I won't say in a circle. I get it, bro.
Yeah.
The hot dog. Scotty Unchained says one bagel has the same amount of carbs as a loaf of bread. So bad to eat bagels once or twice per day. Well, Scotty, that depends. If you have a bagel with cream cheese, and depending on the type of cream cheese you have, because there's plain cream cheese and there's strawberry cream cheese, right, baby? And the strawberry one's going to have more calories than the plain cream cheese. And then there's light cream cheese with fewer calories. Now, as far as a bagel on its own, two slices of bread, depending on the type of bread you eat, anywhere from 100 to 150 calories for two slices, anywhere from 50 to 75 calories a slice. And that depends on the type of bread. If you get the really super thick bread that has, oats in it and raisins and all that, I mean, the calories will go up. But if you're comparing just plain wheat bread, regular sized wheat bread, you're looking at about 50 to 75 calories per slice. Now, one regular sized bagel, plain bagel, is probably going to be about 300 calories or so. Now, if you have, poppy seeds on it, if you have raisins in it and stuff like that, it'll add to the calories. But yeah, no, I think that one bagel is probably equivalent to maybe like 10 slices of regular sized wheat bread, 8 to 10 slices. I just wanted to be honest with you, Scotty. And as far as carbs go, it works the same way, in that aspect. So I think what you might have been talking about, Scotty, is a bagel with lots of cream cheese, and then the most highly caloric cream cheese, like strawberry cream cheese with raisins in it and stuff like that. That's going to have more carbs. But still, yeah, a whole loaf of bread, that's a lot more calories than that. So anyway, let's see, baby. Let me see if there's a question for you here. Are you still there, babe?
Yeah, and we need to address some stuff here. Lewis, I love you. Thank you for being here. It's not the case in all women, sorry, but a lot have self-esteem, Harley Quinn daddy issues. That, I believe, is more of a Gen X thing. There's a lot of daddy issues in our generation, I believe, not so much in the millennials. I
Yeah.
believe the millennials are just more stand-up-ish for themselves. And then the next one, your lady needs life coaching ASAP. Alrighty, what are you gonna do for me? You have any ideas?
Baby. That's one of two people. It's either the super troll, the doctor, or it's the guy that's rebroadcasting me.
And that's why I will call him out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then next one.
Mm-hmm.
What is, I mean, homophobic slurs are not content. Are you talking about that guy?
No, what AJ is saying is homophobic slurs are not content. I think she meant to say it's not against the YouTube terms of service. It actually is. It's considered hate speech and vulgar language, and people have been taken down for it. And so now it's unlikely that, if someone posts it in your chat and you don't see it and it stays there, that they're going to shut your video down, but they could disable that particular Google/YouTube account. I just don't want that stuff in my chat. I think I want people here that are going to speak respectfully and maturely. We can talk about anything and everything, but I don't want any racial slurs. I don't want any homophobic slurs or anything like that. I think that has nothing to do with any of the issues that people have with other people. And quite frankly, here's the thing. If you have issues with other people, especially out here on YouTube, how come you guys just can't ignore people and do your own thing? Why do you folks feel the need to always go to other people's chats and talk about one or two people that, are just bugging you, right? And the other thing, the more and more people that keep coming here, like sometimes these creators will, have people in a Discord group, and they'll tell the people in their group to create accounts and go in there and troll Eli and derail his show. It's just really pathetic. It's stupid, right? And they want to come at us and say, "Oh, yeah, your ladies are drunk and alcoholic." Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah, it's just stupid, right? Your stream's freezing again. Well, that's probably on your
No, it
end.
ain't. Yeah.
It's not.
No, it ain't.
It's not free. It's probably on your end. I'll check right now.
You're running live back here just fine.
Yep. Well, here's the thing, AJ. He uses those slurs on his channel all the time, and here's the thing. I'm not looking to take anybody down. I've mentioned it before. I'll say it again, and go back and watch my other streams. I used to play the flagging game on YouTube through copyright and community guidelines. I don't have the time to do it or the desire to do it anymore. Okay? I just want to run my channel. I let people do what they want to do, and I just do my own thing. But now people like you, with no disrespect, are coming to my chat. It's making me lead to believe that he's sending you here. And if he's not sending you here, why do you care so much? Why don't you focus on things that make you happy and follow other YouTubers and do other things instead of continuously talking about this guy? Like, I'm sick of hearing about this guy. I really am. I don't want to talk about him. If you continue talking about him, I'm going to have to remove you, and I don't want to. It is against the terms of service. Okay, that's what you meant to say. And you're probably wondering, if he uses racial slurs all the time, why doesn't he get taken down? Yeah, you'd have to ask YouTube that, right? Quite frankly, to be honest with you, I get where you're coming from. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, because what he does doesn't matter to me. I'm doing my own thing. And you're coming here asking that. All right. Well, AJ, I'm going to have to let you go because, it's just too much. It's too much. Maybe you're legitimately having a problem with him. Maybe you've been sent by him to make it appear like you legitimately have a problem with him when you're actually, doing something for him. I don't know, and I don't care, but I don't need this. It's very distracting to my chat. Okay. But thank you for the views and the watch time and all that. I appreciate that. Go ahead, baby. We got to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, no. And AJ, we just want to say, like, this is not what we're out here to do. We don't want to talk about other people. We're doing our show. We have our own content to put out. So no disrespect, but yeah, we don't need the attention to be brought to anybody else, because this is our show. So
Right.
we don't need to bring up anybody else's name unless it's relevant to what we are talking about.
Yeah. I mean, every YouTuber creates their own community. They do their own thing. Okay? I do my own thing here. Now, I cannot control what other people do, right? I cannot control that. And if they choose to use my content and want to critique my content all day, every day, I said, fine, go ahead and do it. I don't care about it anymore. I don't. It doesn't bother me anymore. I used to play the flagging game. It got me nowhere. It wasted my time. It made me sick, physically sick, right? And I am getting too old to get physically sick. I'm happy and healthy right now. I feel great, and I want to stay that way, right? So, folks, if you have a problem with somebody, just change the channel. Let them do what they're going to do and move forward. Don't always feel the need to get back at people, right? That when you try to get back at people, they come back at you harder, right? So if you want this to all go away, just change the channel and ignore and move on. God, come on, people.
Yeah,
God,
I honestly don't understand it. I mean,
Baby,
you know,
baby, I don't even
I've
let's talk about this for the last part of the show because we've done enough of the alcoholic thing because this needs to be addressed, baby, and I don't want to have to do another show on this. But go ahead, baby.
yeah, no, I would say everybody knows. I've made it very clear. I watch a lot of TV, and so I'm able to choose what I'm watching. And I'm telling you, as a grown ass adult, I would never choose that kind of content. Nothing like that. And that's the thing is like you make your choices and you move on. You see what you like and that's what you watch. That's what you listen to. You find your podcasts that you're interested in. You find the coaches. You find the makeup artists you like. Those are the ones you follow. You don't troll on the other ones that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Spend your time wisely. Work smarter, not harder, people. Like literally.
Yeah. Let me read what JT wrote. Sorry, JT. Nightbot. I don't know why he timed you out.
Damn it.
JT, listen, you and Dion and a few other people, I'll reconsider moderating you guys at some point in the near future. Let's give it a little time, and then you won't have that issue. But I apologize for that. Um, I'm not gonna let any sock accounts with my name in it stay. Sorry. JT says, guys, there's a lot of things. There is a lot of things I would say about other people here, but people, this is Coach's house. Don't derail the show. Have respect for their topic of the night, police. And that's exactly it. Like, seriously, if you guys want to go and talk smack while watching this same show, there's a simulcast that I've
Do it on
authorized
your own time.
for you to go to right now. You can leave here, go there, and talk about whatever you want. And talk shit about me there if you want to.
Talk
But why
shit
would you
about
want to?
me.
What? Right. All we're saying is that this is our house. It's a safe place. And we want to help people here that truly want the help, that want to be uplifted, that don't want any drama, that are tired of stupid shit, that are tired of behaving like little kids and they want to grow up and you want to grow up, right? Okay. You want to go and have, some stupid, ridiculous, pathetic, juvenile fun, you know where to go. You folks know where to go, right? So, yeah, go ahead, baby. What else were you going to say? I know we need to wrap this up soon, but yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
just,
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if you want me to say what I want to say because you might have to shut it down again. But no, basically,
I
um,
be careful with what you say,
yeah,
baby,
I
because
will. I
here's the
will.
thing. Here's the thing. We're about to get monetized here, right? And first of all, I don't want this channel to not get monetized over something that's said. Second of all,
Sweetheart,
people can use content over and over again. Once you put something out there, you can never take it back. Go ahead.
honey, I know that. All
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
saying is I have all I'm saying is I have so much to say, but I know I've got to bite my tongue.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you
I'm
want to
going to
say?
finish up. I'm going to just finish up really quick on our actual topic with a couple last words.
Okay.
Um, as far as where I'm at today, I feel I'm in a better place. A lot that has changed has been who I'm associating with. Um, a lot has to do with this wonderful man, Eli, who has given me just so much happiness. Um, yes, I have had struggles since him and I have started dating. I've had issues with my daughter. but trust and believe that is being fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and frankly, it's nobody's like business to talk about or talk down about. I shared this to help people, not to get criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than that, I think it's been a great show. I think we did get a little bit of it across. Hold on one second, hun.
Mm-hmm. I think she's I think she's having a an allergic reaction right now.
Sneezes, just sneezes.
Yeah, I heard it through the other room, but it didn't go through. A great job of muting. Real quick,
Yeah, thank
baby.
you.
Mr. Pumpkinhead TV says, "Why can't I not rewind your stream when it is live? Because I disabled it, bro. Like I wrote." And you're like, "Why?" Because I felt like it. I mean, I want people to be here live, and if they miss any parts of the show, they can watch it on the replay. I mean, what good is engaging going to be if you scrub back and you aren't here live? Like, we want people to engage here, bro. That's the whole thing. And if you're scrubbing back to parts of the show, you're not going to be able to engage if you're not here actually live. So turning off the DVR function, the rewind capabilities while live, forces people to view it live. So that way you can be encouraged to engage. But thank you for asking that question. Go ahead, baby.
Where was I
Well, you were
before?
just you were just sharing, your final thoughts regarding, alcoholism, and
Oh,
you know,
that's right. I'm sorry. It was the sneezing that threw me off.
yeah,
Yeah, no. Uh, alcoholism is a very serious disease that people need to take seriously. Um, but there are a lot of people, like JT has said, that can drink that are not alcoholics. My personal experience, I cannot drink. I actually I did this. I actually didn't drink for about 8 months. I went into no kind of, you know, issues. I just stopped and I walked away from it. And then I walked back. I mean, it happens.
yeah, yeah.
But, it's just so I know that I will be okay if I ever do stop, but I don't feel I need to.
Okay.
Right now, it's under control.
Well, and baby, you can even almost look at that as a social drinker, right? I mean, I think God, you guys are so ridiculous. I don't even know what that is. Have a nice day. Um, does she sound like a mouse when she sneezes? LOL. I don't know, but she's muted all of a sudden. She's learned to use the mute button. I'll tell you that. She'll be back in just a second. But folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air in about 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, and I'm going to share my
I'm due
final
for
thoughts
another
about everything.
dose of medicine. That's my
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. And
Sorry, guys.
you didn't you forgot to refill your prescription, and so you'll get it when you go back home on Monday. But anyway, we need to talk about that here. But anyway, continue with your final thoughts, babe.
Um, oh, I do sound like a mouse when I sneeze. That's so funny. Um, yeah, no, final thoughts is that if I mean, it's really hard to say this. It's such
Hmm.
a serious thing. If you feel you need help, please go get the help. I know I did not like AA. That was my own personal thing, but I
Hmm.
know a lot of people who have gotten a lot of help from that. And there, like I said, there are different forms. I found a meditation one that worked really well for me. Um, so go get the help you need, and just realize you're not a bad person for this. You know,
Yeah.
it's a disease, and get the help and get to your support system, whoever it may be, whether it's your spouse, a
Hmm.
sibling, a parent, a coworker, a friend, whoever. Get some support and just find the help you need.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sitting here trying to preach that like I'm telling people to do that, and I'm not going to. I know when I need to stop. That's
Hmm.
and I have in the past. Um, and like I've said, I don't always like if I run out of stuff at the house, I don't leave. I don't even order it to my house because that means I got to deal with my dogs and all that stuff with people coming to the door. But yeah, no, I'm like, okay, I'm out, done, son. And then I just move
Yeah.
on, you know?
Well said, baby. Well said. Real quick here. JT says, yeah, that is what I would say is a social drinker. And JT is a licensed nurse, and he's very well
Hmm.
educated, and he has experience, and he likes to drink too. And so,
Yeah.
and he's always been a very honest guy. Um, and yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts, baby? Because that
Well,
actually,
yeah, can I just yeah,
JT,
can
that
I
means a lot. Go ahead, baby.
I really yeah, I want to say yes, I am a social drinker, but recently I became more of an at-home drinker because it's been too dangerous to socially drink and be out.
Yeah,
Um in the town I live in, I don't even want to have more than 2 805s or blue moons because I need to watch my surroundings at all time. Like
yeah,
I said, I was assaulted. I was not inebriated at that point. That was within the first 15 minutes I had walked into the place that had happened. So, but that's why I do not drink outside of my house.
hmm,
So, yes, I am a social drinker and I would love to go to a barbecue and socially drink like that, but I don't like the bar scene anymore. It's just not it's not my scene. Maybe out here where you live might be different, but where I live, I'm over it.
yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate that, baby. Thank you so much for clarifying that. There was a sock account that came in here, or an account, I guess, was from the other side. Poison Apple. You got banned, but I'm gonna read what they wrote. Hi. Why does it feel like you're exploiting baby for your show here on YouTube? Well, ma'am, let me ask you a question. If you're a grown ass woman and it's Saturday night, do you not have anything better to do on a Saturday night? It is almost 11 p.m. It is almost 11 p.m. Pacific, and if you're on the East Coast, it's 2 a.m. But even at 11 p.m. on a Saturday night, ma'am, you want to come over here to my channel as a grown ass adult and ask why I'm exploiting my woman for my YouTube show when you know that's not the case. And it's none of
Yeah,
you.
let me speak on that.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me finish first, baby, please, respectfully, okay? which is your
Yes.
username, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Okay. Right.
Try to
I'm
be.
not exploiting. I'm not exploiting her. She's a grown ass woman, and no one tells her what to do, including me. She's here on her own free will. You know that. But you are so pathetic, ma'am, and so are so many other people that follow channels like that. That sit there and talk shit about other people and make shit up and do stupid shit all day, and then they send you to go to professional channels like mine that are running real shows to troll us, right? As part of their entertainment, right? And your entertainment. Seriously, ma'am. I mean, when is enough going to be enough, right? When is enough going to be enough, right? And that's why things are going to members only here, because this is the kind of stuff we don't need. We don't need. And my lady's been, we've been talking. We're like, okay, going members only. Is that going to completely kill everything? I don't care if it kills everything. I don't want any trolling here. I only want people to chat here that are going to respect these topics seriously. And if there's nobody here chatting live, then when it goes on the replay, you folks can comment at that point. Okay, that's fine. Either that, or I might just disable comments. Or hold all comments for review and only accept comments from paying members, right? If I have to lock it down to that level, I will lock it down to that level, because I don't want to deal with hateful people. That's not what we're here for. It is a distraction to the actual message. And the only reason why it's happening is because one guy that you all follow.
Oh my God.
What?
How long is this going to go on? Can I say what I wanted to say before I forget it?
I was in the middle of saying something, baby, and I was just about to get to you. All right, go ahead, babe.
No, I wanted to say that you and I discuss every piece of content we are going to put out. I agree to everything. Nobody is exploiting me. I make the decision on what I'm going to talk about each and every day. It is not you. It is myself. I'm putting myself out there because you know what? I have a story to tell. And if I could just reach one person and they could hear it and make a difference in their life, that's all I'm trying to do. So you want to hate? Hate. It's cool.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's my choice and my lady's choice what we do. Whether you feel I'm exploiting her or we're exploiting one another or whatever, right? What does it matter? Why do you care? You don't care, man. You don't care. You're a minion to a content creator that you feel the need to, troll other people at his beck and call. You don't even know who I am. Most of you that are watching me on the other side don't even know who I am. Some of you do. Some of you do. You've known me for a while. But to the new people, all you're doing is following the charade because you got nothing better to do on a Saturday night. That's the bottom line, right? So come on, grow up. We're not mad here. We don't care. Look, we're about to get monetized here. And regardless of whether you feel we're failures or not, it doesn't matter. We're creating our own success at our own pace. And it doesn't matter what anyone from this group thinks, or it doesn't matter what anyone really thinks. The right people are going to value this channel, our channels, and our content, and it'll all pan out in the long run. JT says, everyone who visits goes there. They got the fruity drinks and such. JT says, where I live, you and Eli would probably hit the bar every day. The bar is in a swimming pool. LOL. I go there all the time. Then I walk across the street to the beach. You two would probably love it.
Yes.
Absolutely, dude. And we've got the beaches.
You're speaking my language.
We're actually, JT, we're actually going to go to the coast tomorrow. I'm not quite sure
going
what
to the
city.
Beach.
I mean, we're going to the beach somewhere along the coast within a 100-mile radius in case people want to come out and try to find us. We're not going to tell you where we're going to be because there are people that live nearby that want to be the paparazzi, right? We want to see what Eli's lady looks like, right? And then we want to expose her. Yeah.
Come and
what's the big,
take
what's
pictures because I'm
right,
gonna look hot as
because
fuck tomorrow.
here's the thing. What's the big deal? She's my lady. I mean, what is the big deal? Well,
I
I
welcome
don't
it.
under,
Like I say, I welcome it. Like I say, tomorrow I'm gonna look hot as fuck. You wanna come take pictures? Come follow us. Let's do this.
yeah. Yeah. You know, the one thing I love about
Y'all
all
are
the
gonna
trolls coming
shut
in.
that shit down. Yeah, y'all shut it down because you'll be like, God damn, I can't post that. She's too hot. We have nothing bad to say.
Yeah, baby, we don't need to project it out in that way. I understand, you know, you're a lady and you're going to have, you know, you're feeling the need to prove yourself to people that don't even give a shit
Nope,
about themselves. Well, here's the thing. There's no need to try to prove anything to people, especially
I'm not.
people, hold on, especially people that don't even love themselves. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter, babe. We are here to love and respect and enjoy the show, says Lewis Fuller. Baby, isn't that a positive attitude? Isn't that what we love over here? That's what we love about you, Lewis.
Yes, Lewis
Okay?
is the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So, baby, let me just share some my final thoughts here. Um, you know, I did mention earlier that, you know, I used to, maybe I didn't, but I'll just say it real quick. I thought I kind of led into it during the first part of the show. But yeah, I think I did. Like when I was younger in my 20s, JT, I'm sorry, Nightbot timed you out. Again, I'll read
Damn
your
it,
message in a
Nightbot.
second. It's okay. It's okay. I'll figure it out afterwards, okay? Just I don't want to get distracted and lose my train of thought. I used to drink in my late teens through my mid 20s pretty regularly. Did I drink because I enjoyed drinking? Did I drink because it made me feel better or worse? No. I was drinking because it was the cool thing to do with your friends. It was social peer pressure, right? And I wanted to feel cool, just like the rest of the guys and gals that were drinking, right? And you know, there were some times, you know, I never drove drunk or anything like that. I don't think I ever was over the limit. I mean, there were some times where I was pretty close, and I would drive home and I would freak out praying to God that I wouldn't get pulled over by a cop and be at, you know, point oh 0.09, you know, 0.08 is the legal limit here in California, and then get a DUI. And it never happened. I used to go to the bars with guys when I worked at Costco and stuff and some other retail companies back in my younger days. And there were a bunch of guys that got DUIs on the way home from the bars. And, you know, after that happened, you know, I got to my mid 20s. I'm like, I'm never going to drink and drive again. Even if I'm under the legal limit, I don't even have one and drive. Like, babe, when you and I go out of town and we may have a couple drinks, you and I, right? I never drink at the restaurant. I wait till what? We get back to the room, right? Babe, I think you're muted.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I was. Um, yes, no, you're right. And even when I order something and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good, try it. You're very hesitant to even take one sip while you're out,
Yeah. Hey,
you
Coach
know?
Blackpill, I don't know if that's the real you. Your channel's been around since 2019, but there's no content on there. You could be trolling like long time no talk. Yeah, I remember a Coach Blackpill, but it's been a long time. If that's the real you. Great to see you here. How are you doing? Go ahead, babe.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay, let me read what JT says there. People are going to say stuff because they're unhappy with themselves. If you go left, they're going to say you should have gone right. Just ignore them. That's all I've been saying to everybody that is upset, especially with this one guy that rebroadcasts my stuff every day. The people are asking me, dude, why do you let him do it? You know, because in the past, I would flag him down and it wouldn't get me anywhere. It was a waste of my time. And he got the content reinstated. And quite frankly, I just really don't care because it doesn't affect me as much as I thought it did, right? Okay? It doesn't affect me. What affects me is when you folks that are unhappy with him come here to my channel when I'm talking about important life coaching topics and you're using my chat as a place to spew your hate for this guy. And I don't want that here. I don't need that here. I don't want that here. If you want to talk about him or anyone else, you want to talk smack about people, go start your own stream and do it there. Don't do it here. Coach Blackpill, it's time for you to go.
Yeah, no, babe, I want to say something about that. You know, we never rebroadcast, we never do anything, like we just do our own content. And the fact that these other people want to rebroadcast, talk over us, make fun of us, shows that it just shows their value. It shows how unserious they are about YouTube versus us. We are literally trying to do something positive, and they're just trying to make fun of us. And it's childish and juvenile.
Yeah, and I don't even care, baby, because here's the thing. And I'm trying to tell him this. And this has happened to him and other people that he associates with many times. I'm trying to tell you what to do if you don't want YouTube to remove you from the YouTube partner program for the third time and then have your channel shut down. It's not going to be me flagging you. I'm not flagging you. I haven't flagged you for copyright or guidelines or anything. But I'm just letting you know what YouTube does, sir. They review monetized channels every 6 months to see if they follow monetization policies. This is a review on every channel. Every channel that is in the YouTube Partner Program gets manually reviewed every 6 months. And the first thing they check for, sir, is reused content. Ask your partner, ask your lady partner, your lady business partner, and I say this respectfully, ask her. She knows exactly what that is. And when you get shut down for reused content, it's not because someone's flagged you. It's because your channel was manually reviewed primarily because you were in the YouTube Partner Program, or they just so happened to come across your channel and saw that you had a lot of reused content. The artificial intelligence caught it. Okay? So here's the thing, folks. It's not worth flagging people. I wouldn't flag people. I wouldn't copyright strike people. I wouldn't flag people. It's a waste of time. People that continue to do these things will be automatically removed by YouTube in due time. Now, again, I don't want people getting shut down, including this dude. But if he keeps on doing this, I've told him many times in the past, even in a friendly way, dude, I'm just letting you know this is what's going to happen. And what happens every time? He gets removed. Why do you think, and I'm just going to say this, why do you think, dude, you put out a video today. I skimmed through it for the hell of it. I can skim through any of your stuff whenever I feel like it. You watch me every day and broadcast me every day, so I can skim through your stuff to see what your next game plan is. This dude created another channel today, and he's getting people over there. Why is he doing that? Because he knows that he's on borrowed time on this channel. And it's not because of myself or other people. No one's flagging him. No one's taking him down for copyright. All right, folks. We are back live. I had to dump to the delay one more time. I apologize for that, babe. You were going to say a few things there. Please go ahead and share your final thoughts, and I'll share mine, and we'll get on out of here.
Yes, I wanna just start off by saying I do apologize because I've had 2 asthma attacks during this show, and where I've had to mute and do my inhaler, and it's not been easy. So I'm sorry if I sounded weird, but it was because I was really trying to hold back from coughing and having that attack online. Um, this has been one of the worst allergy seasons in several years here, and there are multiple fires in the area that create a lot of smoke. And for people with asthma, it settles into your lungs. And, as I'm sitting here, and if I talk and get a little excited, I get a little overwhelmed. And so I apologize for that. Um,
No worries, baby. You're doing amazing. I mean, look, I'm sorry we ran a little bit later. Again, we're going to wrap this up in just a couple minutes. Whatever else you need to say, feel free to say it, and then give me just 2 minutes to say what I need to say here, and then we're going off the air, and we're going to have a wonderful night and a
I
great day
want
tomorrow.
to, yes, yes, I just want to thank everybody who's been here, JT, Lewis, NC, all of our supporters. Um, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I look forward to another broadcast with you guys later.
Yeah. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it, and you've been. I gotta honestly pay you the world's worth of credit. Um, you've been a great sport. You've been a great support in the relationship and in the business. I couldn't ask for a better partner. I wholeheartedly mean that. I know we've been pushing hard lately. I know, and I'm not gonna lie, folks. Like she's wanted to do this. We've set time limits, and I've pushed it a little further out because I'm just trying to get us to that 4,000 watch hours as quickly as possible. Because I just want to sit down with my lady and show her what we accomplished together, and then take that and keep running with it, and just making this even more successful than it's already heading. But thank you for that, babe. I appreciate your patience. JT, I'm gonna just acknowledge this, and then we're gonna go off the air. Well, there's a lot of flagging happening right now. Well, I'm unaware of it, but thank you for making me aware. Just being honest, it will bring him even more attention from YouTube. They will see, hopefully, a little sooner. Well, here's the thing, man. It's like, what you guys are doing is independent of what I'm doing. Um, I honestly think that, from what I've learned out here on YouTube, JT and everyone else, I honestly think you should just let people do what they're going to do. And eventually, whatever is meant to be is meant to be. Okay? Like I said, YouTube has a lot more safeguards in place now. And if they feel somebody's, violating the rules, monetization policies, community guidelines, they review channels automatically every 6 months, especially ones that are in the YouTube partner program. And it doesn't matter if anyone's flagged them or not, right? And the thing, JT, is that when you flag someone like this guy, all he does is make content out of it, right? Right? And then it's this back and forth that just never ends. And I just think everyone should just let it go. Stop flagging each other. You do you, he does him, I do me, and we just create our content, and whatever's meant to be is meant to be. May the best man or woman win, right? And it's not even a competition. May we all win together, right? That's just me. But I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. I've chosen to rise above this because I've tried it the other way for many years, and all it did was set me back and just, just drain my energy and make me sick. And at age 48, bro, I don't have time or the desire to be sick. I want to stay as healthy as possible, as long as possible. But thank you for being here, JT. Thank you for being here, Lewis Fuller. Thank you for being here. Actually, Mr. Or Information Man Show. I called you Mr. Information Man Show. Jesus Christ, man. I'm getting a little tired myself. And thank you to everyone else. Thank you to the trolls too. Thanks for the views. Got over 200 views on this stream already. And that's really great. 15 likes. Thank you, folks. You folks are really, really helping us. There are people that have been really supportive here. You know, despite several rebroadcasts happening during our streams, we appreciate the people that have supported us. With that being said, did I put my lady? I'll put her backstage because, she's probably going to get off the show in a second, but she's listening live. With that being said, have yourselves a good one. Take care. And maybe we'll be back tomorrow or take the day off until Monday. Just keep it locked here. Also keep it locked to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, and you'll know when myself or my lady and I go live the next time. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.